That is. Remember, a happy man is a happy everybody else in his life. Okay, never forget that. A happy woman is just, you're making deals. Bitch goes from inch to inch. You don't take me out to dinner anymore like you used to. All right, I'll take you out to dinner. You don't take me to the movies anymore like you used to. All right, I'll take you to the movies. It's a bunch of negotiations with terrorists. You know how in America they fucking capture a motherfucker over there, right? When Iraq he's capturing a motherfucker. What's America's rule
we do not,
on hostage negotiation?
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
Do not. Because if the reason being, if motherfuckers, I'm gonna cut his head off, right? I'm gonna cut this guy's head off, and if you negotiate, like, okay, what do you want from him for you not to kill this guy? We want you to let go Muhammad. We want Muhammad to be let go. We want, Farouk to be let out, or we want the whole Israeli, whatever the fuck, Israeli, that doesn't make sense. But whatever, we want this shit to go down, okay? And if you let that happen, then that means the rest of the world is going to start fucking with you. That's the same thing with your girl. Once she goes, why come you don't do this no more? And you fucking are in love and you want to take care of her and you do that and you do something that's negotiating with her. Take care of her and you do that and you do something that's negotiating with her. You think it's going to stop there? You think next week she's going to go, since I asked to go to the movies, that you know what, you've been taking me to the movies and now everything is all right in my life. I'm so happy now. And I'm going to stay happy because that was my only problem. No. She's going to go, all right, now I go to the movies. I'm sick of this movie shit. How come you don't kiss me on the back of the neck like you used to? How come when I go to get up to take a piss, you don't go, you look good like you used to? Because, bitch, I know you. There's no more surprise. I know exactly how many dents.
I say peace and benedictions. So, we had to quote the late, great Patrice O'Neal, we don't negotiate with terrorists. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, let's get into this, man. You know what I mean?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Peace to you. Oh man, slow motion, staying in motion like a stick shift. Sharing quotes and taking notes.
Yeah.
Realizing
I
these
holler
folks.
at you all day, so we catching up, seeing what's going on.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get into some of this bullshit.
Right.
Yesterday, we was talking about this Roe versus Wade shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
of course, we're seeing that your man Clarence Thomas is a petition going around for him to be impeached. And if I'm not mistaken, aren't justices judges for life? Like they can't be impeached.
Right. That
Right.
ain't even
So,
a vote.
see,
That's not even up for vote.
yeah, right. So this is like, this is the terroristic demands that, terrorists want, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the crazy shit, unrealistic shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
and it's crazy because is 8 other judges on the panel with this dude, but he's
Right.
he's the evil genius behind this whole thing, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's
Like
just
he had
it's
something
crazy,
to do with it.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's just all his doing. Now this girl, Whoopi Goldberg, she got in trouble a couple of weeks ago for saying something about Jews, right? And it was a petition going around for her to get off the View. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
now I guess she try to clean up her image with the people that she trying to look good for. So she basically threatened Clarence Thomas. She said, "You better hope them people don't get you." What people is she talking about?
What
Isn't that
people?
like
Yeah,
almost like criminal to like threaten a judge or to say something like that to a judge, a federal
yeah.
judge?
Didn't
That like this is crazy, you know. But this is what terrorists do when they don't get their way. You know, they threaten to bomb shit, blow shit up. You know, do all of the protest shit that they do, disrupt shit. You know, I seen the one joint where a girl got hit by a car because she wouldn't get out the way of the street. Now, of course, we know this dude retired the other day, and like I said in the video, why would this dude who was holding up Ketanji Brown's spot, right? Why would they vote on a situation that had to do with women before she get in office? That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Almost like they wanted that situation to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And that probably is why it was a 6-3 vote, right? Because we know how these people do with 3-6s. You know what I'm saying? Right? They're always with that bullshit, you know. So I seen this little clip right here. I don't know what is quite going on right here, but they had some women in Islamic gear with the judges right here. Are they trying to say that they're the terrorists? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that was somebody's video that they posted on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. We streaming on Rumble right now. Um, this is the layout of the states right here, where all of this shit is going down at. You know what I'm saying? So this is the layout of the states, and you see all of the blue is where abortion is legal at. You know what I'm saying? Which is like you wouldn't even suspect that, given all of the outrage and shit that you hear about this shit. You would think that this whole fucking chart was red. You know what I'm
right.
saying? The way that they tearing up shit. They tearing up shit in these blue states where abortion is still legal at. Terrorism. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they got their way already. But like
Right.
how Patrice O'Neal said, it doesn't matter if they get their way. If they get their way, they're gonna want something else. And then something else and something
Mm-hmm.
else.
Yep.
Somebody is teaching them or training them to be like this. I
Yep.
don't
What's up,
believe that they're
Reese?
like this on their own. I feel like that it's an agenda to make, females like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the crazy things that's going on right now, obviously, is this motherfucking McDonald's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we gotta talk about this McDonald's situation. So, of course, we know this video is floating around. We about to play it. This girl is snapping. She basically self-sabotaged herself and her kids. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk more about it, after we play this video. But she self-sabotaged herself. So let's play this clip. And it's just pointing out, I
Day
kind
my
of feel
baby
like
daddy
Tommy
come here
Sotomayor.
with
But
one
look at this shit, man,
meal for
and we
my
can chop it
child,
up.
but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring 1 thing of McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids?
Pause right there. See how is this man, he does something reasonable, but when you're
Right.
talking to a terrorist, you can't negotiate with terrorists because it's always unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't matter what this person is doing. Only thing that matters is how she feel. Just watch.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's though. Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing 1 child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got 1 thing in there. That don't look enough for all my kids.
This is crazy.
That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that?
Now, pause right here. Now you see how it's like, all right, this dude, he coming up, he doing something for his kids. He's not even being appreciated for being there. And then she like talking to him like she Debo, like, like run my money for my 40 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was talking to a sister about this subject, I said, this is saying that people used to say. I know, Reese, you don't like sayings, but this is a saying that people used to say that you catch more flies with sugar than honey. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, granted that both parties know that he only got 1 child with you, right? And you know that those other children aren't his. So if you really,
And
really,
times
really
is
wanted,
hard.
right? If you really, really wanted him to help you with the other children, why not be nice about it? Why come at
Why
his
not
neck like
fade?
this? You know what I'm
Why
saying?
not fade?
That's just one burger, one fry.
What he like? What do you mean?
Listen to her.
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Dumb.
They ain't
Why?
mine.
Yep.
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
You see this bullshit? These are your kids' siblings, though. Like she didn't even say the term right. These are your kids' siblings. You know what I'm saying? so this shit is crazy as shit.
She tried to attach him.
But-
She tried to attach him without attaching him, without saying that them is your kids too. You know what I mean? You got to be scandalous. They are.
This is slick and underhanded, and it's no It doesn't make sense, and it's not supposed to make sense when you're negotiating with terrorists. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Continues to embarrass herself. Watch till the end and sees what happens to the food.
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
Yep,
You know I don't
exactly.
get my
Paul, look, you see how she hesitated right there? He said, you didn't feed him? See? A
Right.
moment where you had to be accountable for your actions. And just like Joe Biden sometimes said that, we're going to go around the country trying to codify this right to murder children, for women. Because everything is codified. You know what I'm saying? So even this situation right here, she can't take accountability. This is the result of being codified every step of your life, in every facet of your life. When faced with the moment to accept accountability, she froze. Like a deer in headlights, she froze. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, damn, now is she can't my fault. She can't answer the question. She don't know what to say. You got all of this shit that you was ready to say, but when he start hitting you with real facts, she frees up. Now watch, just watch.
food stamps to the siblings.
He said, how is that my problem?
So, all right, let me say this too. So she got food stamps, right? She said she
Yep.
don't get her food stamps to the 7th, so which means that she ain't budget her food stamps correctly. She's not put forth an initiative to feed her kids properly, cooking them something, or even going out and try to get a better job. That's not.
You
even,
could buy
that's neither
McDonald's
here
with
nor
food
there.
stamps. Yeah, you could buy McDonald's with food stamps.
I don't even know. I don't
She
think
used
so.
that
I
as an
believe that
excuse.
you can only get like
Uncooked
food
food,
that you
right?
can cook. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. Yeah, I don't think you can buy. Some
So
places allow you to
her
buy hot
excuse.
food.
I'm just listening to the excuse. I don't get my food stamps. The food stamps ain't gonna change nothing.
Right.
You
and
having
it's a
food stamps
difference
ain't gonna
between
change
an
getting no
excuse.
McDonald's.
Right. And it's a difference between an excuse and an explanation. This is clearly an excuse. It's not an explanation. There's no
Right.
explanation for why you don't have food for your children when you're their guardian, you're their parent, you're their mother. You're
And
their
she might
nurturer,
actually
you're their
have food in the
provider.
house. Right.
Yeah,
She
she
might actually
cutting
have food
moves,
in the
like-
house and just didn't want to cook.
Right. Just being lazy.
Right.
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping
I'm
out.
not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping yourself when you're only getting food for just him and not the
She couldn't even get
Shit,
that shit
that's
up.
helping
other
your son.
kids, his siblings?
You had
Them are his siblings though.
This is insane. So you denounce him helping out. He's saying that he's bringing food
How is
for
he
his
helping his
kid,
kid?
right?
Right.
And she say,
You
no,
said,
you're
how's
not
that
helping out because you're not doing what I want you to do. So you got to take
Right.
care of all these other kids. Never mind the $1 million question that we're gonna get to in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
He not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating no McDonald's.
Dashiki.
Whoa. So this one now see the terrorism come into play. Now she's
Right.
like, I will starve your child if you don't get my other children food. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? See the terroristic
Right.
threats. Your child is not fitting to eat unless you got some other food for my other kids that you're
Yeah.
not responsible for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is crazy.
Food.
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the siblings.
He said, how is that my problem?
But if you're
Yep.
trying to help out though, you're not helping
I'm
out.
not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping yourself when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings. Them are his siblings, though.
Listen.
He not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating no McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him.
No.
You
He
can't
not finna eat
negotiate
that
with
McDonald's
terrorists.
if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me
See?
that I gotta bring
Wow.
when I buy my bring
See this
my
class?
I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
Erroneous.
Dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound
Erroneous.
Now he
you know
needs
what I'm
full
saying?
custody of that. He needs full custody of his son and get rid of
Right.
that broad.
So this
full
is
custody.
so
I mean-
erroneous demands have to be met for this child to eat.
It'll never be
Erroneous
right.
demands
It'll
have to
never
be
be
met.
right.
This is terrorism, and this woman
Yep.
is using this child, just like a terrorist would put a knife to somebody's neck and demand whatever the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, yo. I don't spend too much time on this.
finna
Man.
eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating no McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him.
No,
See the negotiation?
He's
Yep.
not finna eat that shit at
Yep,
all if
full
you can't
custody.
bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring? So when I
Yep.
buy my bring my son,
This is insane.
I gotta
It sure was.
bring.
And she's recording this,
How
by
is
the
that
way.
dumb? You sound dumb. You sound
Where
dumb.
are they daddies at? Nobody
Whoa.
told you to talk to them.
Woo! Crickets. Crickets. You hear that? Crickets. Now they said it's a cricket. They said the crickets is coming, right? The cricket outbreak is coming, and I hear him. I can hear him. Crickets. He said where? He asked the $1 million question about the realistic thing. What about those your other baby daddies for these other kids? Where are they at? You know what I'm saying? Crickets. Listen to her response.
You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibilities.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all.
What? Okay, but we know what the word BUT stands for, right? That's an excuse for the truth. So acceptance, right? Admittance, right? And then she doubled back
What?
down. Now look what she do. Double back down. This is crazy.
It was.
How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
3 kids that ain't mine.
The 11th. Everything is on the 11th,
Yeah,
right?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
See this?
Yes,
This
you
is
did.
terrorism. You knew what you was getting into.
Me take care of all the kids. They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me? First of all,
Because I'm exposing
Crazy.
everybody think you such a motherfucking good
You're
daddy.
exposing
No,
yourself.
you're
This
not.
is like-
No, you're not.
So
You're
she's saying that
foolish.
he's not a
This
good daddy
you
because
only
he's
come
not
here with
taking
one
care of other people's
piece
kids.
of food for one child.
Crazy.
the child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all then. He can't take that.
Don't feed
He can't
nobody
eat it.
at all
Maybe if you
then.
had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got 3 extra kids. What the? Do I like going to my mother account, spending money on all those kids? Them not my kids.
Them are
Now you just said that. You just said that. You know what I mean? You was like, man, it was like each one of them meals is like gas money. It's like a gallon
Yeah.
of gas.
your kids.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
siblings,
Go to
though.
my account.
Dumb-
So that's what you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna.
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They my. So that means.
Yeah.
I take care of them.
So don't.
Where's
No,
that-
I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps
Name
on
mine.
the 11th.
Your baby.
It's just
Okay,
a circular
but I'm
conversation. You
saying
keep saying the
we
same
share the
thing
same
over and over.
kid as well.
Absolutely. So
We-
if you want to.
wow.
You
We
feel like
share
a
the
good
same
way about
kids?
me, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the
Send him down
room.
to the car. He ain't even got. He ain't got any point in brothers and sisters. He come right out to the car and eat with me.
No, no. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Grow up, bro.
Give it here.
Kids,
Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Done. So the whole world is basically bashing me
Oh
right
my
now
fucking
because
god! Look at this. And this, look at this. Would you look at this? Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is the terrorist in question right here with the peruke on her head and all of the fake lighten up your skin makeup and shit. Look at this clown. This person looks like a straight clown, like Snuffleupagus. You know what I'm saying? Like this, and it's like, and she's a beautiful sister, but if she just went natural, she would be just beautiful. She would be nice. You know what I mean? But she looks completely ridiculous. Like the upper half of her face is lighter than the bottom part of her face. Do you see this? Are y'all seeing this? These people are insane, yo. It's a shame that this is our people, our sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she looks downright insane. Eyelashes all in her face. She got like what, an inch and a half of eyelash weave. Like that shit is crazy. You know, let's listen to what the fuck she got to say. I haven't seen this part. This is ridiculous. Like, what the hell is this?
I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids.
What?
You knew this situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child.
This? Why is she doing this?
So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids gotta feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them, and they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be.
This is ridiculous. First of all,
3 other kids.
Before I really get to what I want to say about this, is first of all, this is insane, yo. But yo, this is just really just fucking me up. Like, this woman is saying, let me play this again.
Who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give.
Shit, yo.
Well, like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids gotta feel it too. So now,
right? Okay, so she's saying that because things happen is different between him and the dude now because they broke up. He's still supposed to be doing the same shit he was doing when they was in a relationship. Well, if you value that shit so much, then why wouldn't you maintain a relationship? You know, nowhere in this whole dissertation of terrorism did you see any explanation about where the other baby daddies are. You know, why she's not striving to be married in the first place. You just got multiple kids, and you just having multiple kids by multiple people, and that's just supposed to be all right. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? So this woman is clearly insane. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she's using her children as like as cannon fodder. You know what I'm saying? Or as hostages. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes that, you know, and they're not their hands ain't clean in this too, because it's like, man, just like she said, she made a point, even though in her convoluted world she think he's wrong. She said, you knew what you was getting into when you dated me, right? And that's very true. He should have never been messing with this type of girl in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hair and the eyelashes and the makeup is a red flag. You know, right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, brothers, it's like, man, we can't even deal with sisters like this. We can't even deal with sisters that are like living a lie. Like, this woman is perpetrating somebody else. Like, she's basically trying to be white. You know what I'm saying? You know, what? She gonna argue you down. The hair is from Brazil and all this, but you know, in her mind, she's white. You know, just like in that Precious movie. You know, when Precious was getting dressed in the mirror, and she was seeing herself as a white woman in the mirror. Like, you know, Shahrazad Ali told us that. Like, you know, the white woman has been the reference point for black women. You know, all the way back. You know, for hundreds of years. So, you know, black women weren't allowed to do anything else but to look at what white women are doing. So, you know, it makes perfect sense that, you know, in their suppressive mind state, you know, they would go and try to, you know, replicate what their oppressors do. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. You know what I mean? So this is not like something to just jump on sisters or whatever. Our sisters really need help. You know what I'm saying? And it's like our families really need help, because if our sisters need help, then, you know, if they're the nucleus of the family, then that is definitely terrorizing everybody in the household. You know what I'm saying? So this is a very sad and serious situation. But one thing I do want to point out is that anybody feeding their kids McDonald's is out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you that if I seen this girl right here and I tried to date her and I said to her, yo, let's go to McDonald's and get something to eat, she would grind me to dust. She would cuss me out. She probably would throw something at me, block my phone, her phone number, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Talk bad about me online, all kind of shit. This broke ass nigga try to take me to McDonald's, da 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 da, right? But if you too good for McDonald's, then why would you let your children eat McDonald's? And I propose to y'all that any person who's letting their children eat McDonald's is a bad parent. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. If you letting your children eat a Big Mac and some fries that never get old and fake cheese and yoga mat buns and all that shit, like you out of pocket, yo. McDonald's is not fit for human consumption. Let's keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's really struggle survival food. So if you not if you too good for that, then why would you feed it to your bundle of joy? You know, the sequel of you, your offspring, your future. You know what I'm saying? You gonna feed that to your kids. Shame on you and shame on y'all that's feeding y'all kids McDonald's, but you too good to eat it. Now, if you eat McDonald's too, then that's a little bit better. But all of y'all need to stop eating McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't touch on this plenty of times. How and a lot of other people that talked about this plenty of times of why people should be eating McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It's just they be finding human DNA in McDonald's and all this kind of shit, man. All kind of weird shit. So it's like, why is y'all still eating this bullshit? Like, man, this shit is crazy, man. It's really crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand how, it's the cognitive dissonance setting. Like, let me show y'all something real quick from McDonald's real quick. Let me show you this right here. This is the milk machine, the ice cream machine. Now, I always say how the ice cream machine is always broken at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is me doing a Uber delivery from McDonald's, right? Somebody ordered McDonald's. I don't even do Uber for McDonald's anymore. This was back in like 2018. And I was picking up an order from McDonald's.
Yeah,
Look at them. Yeah, they got this part. Mind you, you can't even sit in this part and block it off. When you see that crud inside the tube, people's getting milkshakes. And the milk is flowing past that cruddy ass milk. All these milkshakes is getting that. And y'all giving that shit to y'all kids, yo. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. Y'all get that shit to y'all kids. Kids love the ice cream. They love the milk machines and all that, man. And y'all letting y'all kids eat that. Y'all crazy. That shit's nasty as fuck. That shit is fucking crud, man. You seen that crud in there? What's wrong with y'all, man? That shit is not safe. Like, I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to rain on people parade or just hate on people or whatever, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, yo. I wish that was just it. I wish that was the only thing that was wrong with McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? But they got a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of problems over there at McDonald's, man. And y'all letting y'all kids eat this shit? Y'all letting y'all kids eat like the lowest of the low kind of food. You know what I'm saying?
To be in at least 70% of ground beef products.
Hold up. What? What you say? I ain't catch that. Ooh. I'm not quite sure what he just said, but I think the audio was messed up or whatever. But it's all kind of stuff up in McDonald's meat that ain't cool, man. Like they be saying, they be finding human DNA up in the meat and shit. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy, yo. I did a video on it a little while back. I'm gonna try to snatch an excerpt from it. You know what I mean? I did a video called McDonald's Blood Burger. So I'm gonna
Did you get your body? Is
pull up
that
this
cool?
video
No. Can I
real
get
quick,
another meatloaf?
and I'm gonna fast forward and just let the Jewish rabbi talk about the McDonald's shit real quick, just real quick.
And the matzo balls, and that you eat it on sacrifice on Passover. Well, there was a Goyim that wrote a book about it back in the 30s. I forget his
I
name
got this book
at the
too,
moment. But anyway, he wrote the book. People didn't buy the book. People don't want to listen. We've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years, since down to Adam's time. We take the children of our enemy, which is the white race, and we bring them to the basements and the synagogues, where we drain the blood and watch them die there. It's very similar to how we do the sacrifices that we do with the kosher butchering, and so we do that, and then we mix it with a Passover bread, and so we eat the blood of our enemies. And the bodies, we're not cannibals, so what we do is we take those, because we can make some shekels, and we give them to the slaughterhouses, and those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular things, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the Goyim out here are really eating their children, and even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's your problem. But you is about all this does.
All right, I'm done with that now. So you get the point of what the Jewish rabbi was saying. From that video, that got banned, by the way. So I ain't want to play too much of it. But you can do your own research. That's your homework assignment. You can go look up and see where they talk about human DNA being found in the meat. And they're going to tell you that the reason why they find human DNA in the meat is because, the people be working and their fingernails be breaking off and sweat be dripping off their head inside the meat. And it's like, if that's the case, then why the fuck would anybody want to eat that kind of shit? And they say, oh, we clean it with ammonia. Oh, ammonia, the same kind of shit that destroys human DNA. Like you're trying to clean, like you're trying to clean something or hide something. You know what I'm saying? So if these people just go to a random meat facility and grab a random piece of meat and then test it and it got human DNA in it, right? That's a lot of fingernails. That's a lot of sweat, So for them to take several samples from several different, companies, meat packaging companies, and they find human DNA in McDonald's meat and all the other crazy shit that y'all use, chemicals in this yoga mats and all that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy. Like, people was feeding their kids this shit. You know what I mean? Every other day. But that's not the topic of discussion. The topic of discussion is the baby mama drama and all of that. That's what people rather talk about. But nobody want to talk about the fact that you can't even trust half of this damn food, especially from these big chain companies and shit. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother can of worms, right? I know. That's too heavy, right? I know. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. You know what I mean? I wanted to play this clip right here. I got another little clip. Speaking of terrorism, while we still rolling. These people who went to the Poconos and they got jabbed up and all that. The girl got a medal of honor the other day. So we're gonna go through that shit. You know what I mean? So let's pull this video up. Oh yeah, and I wanted to point this shit out real quick before I get into that. You know what I mean? Let me get into this real quick. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I actually had 2 videos on this, but I'm gonna just touch on this real quick as I switch gears. You know what I mean? So, as we know that oh wait, let me turn this shit down. As we know that this whole situation unfolded the other day, right? And Ghislaine Maxwell, she got 20 years for all of the shit that she was doing with Jeffrey Epstein and luring children, and look all the shit that they had for stolen children and shit. So you know these people together, like, they lured like hundreds, even thousands of children. You know what I'm saying? Of all ages, all over the world, for all different kind of people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't open a can of worms. All right, so I'm gonna go all the way through it. So all different kind of people, and you gotta ask the question: how this girl, she get 20 years, but R. Kelly got 30 years? How R. Kelly get 30 years for molesting uh, least amount of girls, not even the same amount of girls as Jeffrey Epstein or this girl? You know what I'm saying? She's probably lured more girls than R. Kelly molested. You know what I'm saying? They said he molested one girl when she was 17 and she's 45 now. And if he's 55, that means that he was 27 when he, quote unquote, molested her. The same woman who their parents brought her to the show and then left her at the show with a grown man who has a bed in his studio and is known for messing with young girls. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not defending R. Kelly, but it is kind of crazy how it's like, all right, same thing with Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby, they railroaded him and they hit him with the civil suit. They talking about he might have to go back to court. They're saying that he touched a girl, or he molested a 16-year-old girl up in the Playboy Mansion. But my question is this: is why anybody in the Hefner family or who run that Playboy establishment in trouble for having a 16-year-old girl in the Playboy Mansion? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's cool. Y'all can take pictures of, what's that little white girl they took pictures of back in the day? The young John. They took pictures of, she ain't young no more, but they took pictures of her when she was like 12, put her on Playboy magazine. You know what I'm saying? So why these dudes not getting in trouble? But Bill Cosby allegedly touched some girl in a place where she wasn't supposed to be at in the first place, right? And R. Kelly is getting sent to jail for not even molesting as many amount of girls or luring as many amount of girls as Jeffrey Epstein and this girl did. So now let's play some of this real quick right here. Now these people. Now look at this right here. These women is supposed to be people who got molested by somebody, right? But notice that these women, they not saying nothing. They ain't saying shit because if they got molested, they know who molested them, and they know it was more than Jeffrey Epstein. So why they ain't saying, oh yeah, this person molested me, that person molested me? They marginalized this whole situation, this whole criminal underring to two to three people. Oh yeah, it's Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and R. Kelly. They just the masterminds of this whole thing, right? I called that shit from day one. It's bullshit. And, oh yeah, Harvey Weinstein. And that's it. These people that got molested, they know who molested, right? And if it was other politicians and shit like that, then why they ain't saying their names? You know what I'm saying? Think about it, man. Go watch these little video clips that they got of these women speaking their truth, as they say, but none of them got nothing to say about nobody else except for, these people who allegedly, touched them. And I ain't defending none of these people because more than likely they did whatever they're saying that they did. So there's that. But just posing that question, quick reiteration, why these people ain't saying nothing? If all these people went up to Fantasy Island, right, and Epstein Island, and all these people was in the log and all of that, then some of these people got down and did some nasty things with some of these girls that they got kidnapped. So why they ain't naming no other names other than these two people right here? And if she was doing all of this with him, how the hell did she get? How the hell did R. Kelly get more time than her? You know what I'm saying? We gotta ask that question. Look at this shit right here. all of this shit that they was riding high, living high on the hog, going to the queen's cabin and all that kind of fancy shit. You know, high profile people being caught like this, the queen's cabin right here. You know what I mean? So all kind of high profile people involved in this sex trafficking kids situation, but R. Kelly get more time than them. That's kind of suspect to me. You know what I'm saying? And it should be suspect to you. So, I'm not quite sure what the fuck is up with this situation. But you have to see the obvious racist bullshit here. That even a even a sexual predator can, if it's a white sexual predator, they're gonna get off easier than, you know what I'm saying?
I spent the last 17
Crazy.
years in my own prison.
Right,
For what
17, right?
Jeffrey, and all the
It's always
co-conspirators
17, right?
did to me. I was raped repeatedly. I was raped 3 times a day, sometimes.
By who?
And I was not the only girl on that island. There was a constant stream.
Because he wasn't doing all the
girls
raping by
being
himself,
raped
right? We know that.
over and
So
over
why she ain't
and
saying who
over
did it?
again. And yeah, Skilane must die in prison because I've been in hell and back for the last 17 years.
And 27 for me.
I was 10 years old.
Oh, she tried to trump her.
When
She tried to trump her at 27 for me.
Stein was being
She got 10
trafficked.
more
I was
years
10. That is how
And
long
that's the
the
difference
sex
between, that was the difference between
ring has
the age difference between the
been going
girl
on.
that R. Kelly got sent up for. You know what I'm saying? She's crazy, So these people can touch kids and shit like that, and they still don't get as much time as a black person, But for messing with a girl who's 10 years younger than him. And of course he did. And the crazy thing is that R. Kelly never got charged for peeing on a 14-year-old. That's crazy. But I guess they figured that we gonna get you for this, even though we can't get you for this, but we gonna get you for this. You know what I'm saying? But how is it that R. Kelly get more time than Lane Maxwell? You know what I'm saying? All of the people that's involved in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And R. Kelly gets more time than her? You serious? This is crazy. Alright. So let me switch gears here. I'm done with this. Alright. So what else we got here? I got this this is all the shit from the other day.
Sharp
They's
cheddar.
getting their 7-1 rituals
Not
in.
family size
You know what I'm
box,
saying? So I got 2 more clips right here. I got 1 more clip, but then I'm gonna go into this, final thing that I'm gonna ride out on. So let's cue up this next clip right here. You know what I mean? This is these people just being whisked away to wherever the fuck they going. You know what I'm saying? So I seen this weird shit the other day. This is they say 450 million year old crabs just popped up out of nowhere. Well, where the fuck they been at for 450 million years? Those is crabs? What the hell is going on out here in the world? I told you it's like some Hunger Games shit. You know what I mean? So that's my little flash match for before the main event. You know what I'm saying? So all right, this lady. Let's go into this shit right here. They gave this lady who who went to the Poconos the other day. She was the first person to go to the Poconos, basically. And it's crazy how we in the 44th minute hour or 44th minute. You know what I mean? We touching on this subject. So let's play this 7-minute and 37-minute clip right here on 3/7. You know what I mean? But this lady is supposed to be
In the
the first
nation to
person
be
to get
vaccinated against
go to the
COVID
podium.
is being honored for her bravery and for setting an example. CBS 2's Jessica Moore
Hold on, let me pause
spoke
it
with
real
Sandra.
quick. I'm gonna pause that real quick, and then I'm gonna start it over because it's a little choppy, and I don't want that shit to be choppy. You know what I mean? Y'all can understand that, right? You know what I mean? So all right. Now let's try it again. Now let's play it. Take it from the top.
Just after she found out she's being awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
When did you first find out that you were receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
Last weekend.
And what's going through your mind?
This nonsense here.
So I missed a call.
So
from the White House.
I'm not going to. I'm gonna try to let this video play.
Was that the
it's a little
president would
choppy.
like to speak to me, and I go.
Shout out to StreamYard. You know,
oh wow.
Let me.
Is this
let
a
me
prank?
do something real quick, and we're gonna get a quick.
But then I checked my email. I checked my email, and it was followed up with an email, and so I called back.
There we go.
While I didn't get to speak to the president directly at that time, a representative in the White House informed me that I would be receiving the presidential.
So, all right, I'm gonna just talk over this.
Medal of Freedom, and I was just immediately overwhelmed with a ton of emotions, delight, pride, gratitude, just humbled and honored to be even being considered for such a prestigious recognition.
You've been awarded the Outstanding American by Choice Award. You served as the Grand Marshal for the city's Hometown Heroes Parade. What makes this award so special?
Well, you know, it's the highest award for any civilian, and you know, when you look at the list of people who have gotten this in the past, some powerhouses, mostly people of celebrity status to begin with. So just for me, a nurse from Jamaica, a New York nurse here at Northwell Health, to be getting this award, it's incredibly important and humbling.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people would say you're a celebrity. I want to go back to that day in 2020. What made you not only willing to get that shot, but enthusiastic to be the first person? It was early. A lot of people had
All right, I know what I'm gonna do.
questions, but you went
I know
in,
what I'm gonna do.
no question.
All right, we're gonna take this out of here, right? Let's stop that because that's obviously just giving me a hard time. Let's stop that, and let's play it on the other side. So we're gonna take it from the top. Part of my little error connection. I don't know what the hell is going on, but these people. Shout out to StreamYard for fucking me up on a regular. Like my man Reese said, man, I'm gonna use something else. And that might be your option. Y'all don't get your act together. But I'm gonna play this over here on this side. Um, let's see if we can get it to play over here. They're saying it's too big. I can't play it over there. So I guess maybe that's the issue, is that the video is too big. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna try to bring it down so we could talk about this. But basically this lady, she first person that got vaccinated, you know what I mean? It was giving her a medal, medal of honor, and she's supposed to be meeting all these fancy people. And the people, I wanted to just go through the video and show how they was doing the pace and lead on her, and trying to get her to say certain things, put words in her mouth. You know how these people do. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to update the video file, but that's gonna take a little minute. Let me throw this up here real quick. So while that's doing that, I'm gonna just we're gonna do this backwards thing, because that video is doing that. I had to put the video in the oven. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 10% done. Let me go. Let's see if I can try to pull up this other. No, matter of fact, no. I'm gonna just pull up the slide. I'm gonna just go with the slides. You know what I'm saying? I could talk a little bit about some gematria real quick. You know what I mean? While we doing that, so let's can I do it like that? Oh, okay. I think I like it like this. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So let's do it like that. All right. So Sandra Lindsay is this woman's name. You know what I'm saying? So you can see where I have highlighted, 63 is her name in gematria, keypad gematria. And you can see some other numbers up there. 63 is there, and that's weird because 730 is up there. Is the third is today, so that eerie connection is right there. 69, as above, so below. 84, a lot of that shit, that's happening right now is happening from this movie 1984. The boot stamping on your face forever. The George Orwell vibes. From 1984. Trump ushering in that era. Like I talked about in that video, 84 thought crimes. And you notice that, this girl, she got a lot of 41s in her situation, 141, she, 1140 in gematria, 418 in gematria, so COVID vaccine equals 114. You know what I'm saying? And of course we talked about this number 41. And 14 is obviously 41 backwards. COVID vaccine equals 114. Something to think about. You know what I mean? My fault. Went the wrong way. So they try to get this black woman to influence people basically. And when I get this video queued up, we're gonna show how they was talking about influencing people. You know what I'm saying? So 17, like I've been pointing out, they've been using this number 17 a lot, and of course, this happened on July 1st. The 1 and the 7. The number of sacrifice, and evil equals 17. So I just want to kind of show y'all, give you a little precursor. 119 also equals evil. Like 9/11. You know what I mean? So COVID equals 44. The kill number. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that's what they're doing. And look, and you see right there, COVID equals 19. You know what I'm saying? COVID-19. That's kind of crazy. Coronavirus equals 41. You know what I'm saying? I mean, keep going. Satan equals 14, right? See these connections with all these different things. Now, like I've been telling people, you know, this English language was built around gematria, so this is why all these things are more than just coincidental. You know what I'm saying? So evilness, equals 104. 14, 41 backwards. You know what I'm saying? So what else we got here? Lucifer, 1141. So you and 141. You know what I'm saying? So and that's a direct match with this girl's name. What's her name? Let's go back. Hold on. What's her name? Sandra Linsday, right? Yeah, Yeah, I guess that's how you say that. Linsday, right? So that's a direct with her name. 141. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go back where we was to 9, right? 9, the ninth slide. Okay. There you go. So devil equals 401. You know what I mean? And of course, in gematria, the 0 is silent. You know what I mean? As I always like to say. You know what I mean? I think I coined that phrase. Maybe I did. Wicked equals 418. Now, if you remember, Sandra Davis name equals 418 also. You know what I'm saying? Or Lindsay, whatever her name is. You know what I'm saying? 418. 418 direct match with Wicked. Because these people who involved in this shit are wicked. You know what I'm saying? They're wicked terrorists. It's crazy. And these people just obviously, they going in, doing this over and over again. They just having a frenzy. And let's go back. You see wicked equals 63. You know what I mean? Just like the girl name equals 63. And you know what I mean? 4118. You know what I'm saying? So she got a lot of connections with wickedness, as we see. Evil deeds equals 41. And I assure you that, all of these things are evil deeds. You know what I'm saying? From the Blovid to the Poconos to the predicated malevolence to the crisis actors, to the people that get paid to influence other people to get, some shit that they probably didn't really get. You know what I mean? The list goes on and on. So let's go back over here, see if this video is done. Okay, it's done. Let's see if we can get it to play. I had to, put it in the oven real quick. Let's see if we can get it to play now. It might be a little choppy, so don't laugh at me if it is. I'm doing my best over here. You know what I mean? So what does it say? Your browser is having trouble sharing the video. It happens if the file is invalid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they're saying the file is now invalid. So they don't want me to play this video. And it's funny because it was hard as shit trying to record this damn video. They wouldn't let me record the shit. But let's try to play it over here. I know they're going to say it's too big over here again. Oh, okay. It's going up. Let's see. Let us see. Now, over here, we're going to play this uninterrupted, and then we'll come back afterwards. You know what I mean? So, we about to cross that 1 hour threshold. I was trying to get this shit to record on Instagram, but I don't think that shit worked. And probably because I didn't renew my going live stream bill thing. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, this video is queuing up. I had to, doing my microphone, earphone test real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, what we got over here? It say it's processing. So, is it going to play? Is it going to play? Is it going to play? We don't know. I hope it play. I know it's going to play. I hope it's going to play. All right. It's still processing. So, it's not a coincidence that this sister name matches up with, all this shit with the shit that she took and the shit that she caping for. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you. It's never always a coincidence. How many times is a coincidence possible for it's mathematically impossible. So, let's
The
start with this
first
video.
person in the nation to be vaccinated against COVID is being honored for her bravery and for setting an example. CBS 2's Jessica Moore spoke with Sandra Lindsay just after she found out she's being awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
When did you first find out that you were receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
Last weekend.
And what's going through your mind?
Yeah, watch this
So
shit right
I
here.
missed a call from the White House. And
See what they
the
doing here is
message
a
left
pace
was
and
that
lead.
the president would like to speak to me. And I go, oh, wow. Is this a prank?
And she already, mind you, this woman that she's talking to, the white lady already know what she's gonna say.
It was followed up with
You know what I'm saying? They
email,
probably gave her
and
the
so
script
I
what to say.
called back, and while I
So
didn't
see
get
what she's
to
doing is a
speak to
pace
the
and lead. She's
president
going to be asking
directly
her
at that
questions that she
time,
expect the answer
a
on. She
representative
expect the
in the
answer
White
that they
House
rehearsed.
informed me that I would be receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and I was just immediately overwhelmed with a ton of emotions. Delight,
A ton of emotion.
pride,
Why?
Gratitude, just humbled and honored to be even being considered for such a prestigious recognition.
You've been awarded the Outstanding American by Choice Award. You served as the Grand Marshal for the city's Hometown Heroes Parade. What makes this award so special?
Well, it's the highest award for any civilian. And, when you look at the list of people who have gotten this in the
You
past,
see how these people is brainwashing the
some
sisters?
powerhouses, mostly people of celebrity status to begin with.
Now,
so just
all
for
she
me,
did
a nurse
was take a needle
from Jamaica, a New York nurse here at Northwell Health, to be getting this award, it's incredibly important and humbling.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people would say you're a celebrity.
See how they
I want to go
gaslighting?
back to that day in 2020. What made you not only willing to get that shot, but enthusiastic to be the first person? It was early. A lot of people had questions, but you went in, no questions asked, and trusted
Look,
the
no
science.
questions
What made
asked.
you have
See how they
that
try to play her?
perspective?
Now watch what
So
she said.
I
Look.
did my own research. I was following the developments, reading everything.
There's no way that she
I
could have
could
did her own
find
research.
on the vaccine development, listening to the experts. On
How could she
how
have
this
did her own research
vaccine
early?
was
If
being
this is
developed.
early,
So I
how
was
could she have did her
comfortable. I
own
had my
research?
questions
Think about it.
answered. My profession
This is
is
something
rooted
that's
in science,
brand new.
and always been a believer in science. Of course, I don't go into
What I told y'all
anything
about being a
just,
believer.
blindly. I asked questions.
That's what being a believer
and
is.
did my own research and was comfortable making the decision to get vaccinated.
On something that's brand new that just
Was
came
everyone
out.
in your life comfortable with you making that decision, or did you have to convince some people that, no, this is okay?
See? Look,
Actually,
peace and leave.
I didn't even think anything of going in and getting vaccinated. So the only person I told was my brother, that he's in healthcare as well. And I go, oh, the vaccine is here and I'm going to get it tomorrow. And he said, cool, I can't wait to get mine either.
Cool.
And then the morning
Wow.
off, I told my
He
son
said
that I was
cool.
getting it. And he said, Mom,
Like
are
they
you
going to
sure?
a
And I said,
game or something.
absolutely. And that was it. So I didn't know I would have been the first. I just came in to get my shot and to go back to work, and here I
Wow.
am now.
And look
Yeah,
at
you
how your
trust
life has
smallpox.
changed in the last couple of
You
years.
you
What
trust
have the
people that
last couple of years
smallpox
been like
people.
for you?
Keep that in mind.
Since the shot that was felt around the world, it's been really a roller coaster, and um, a ton of opportunities and great opportunities to be able to have this platform to talk about my experiences, to potentially inspire some young lady, some young man around the world.
Inspired to do what?
I've had
To
several
take
people
experimental drugs?
reach out to me via mail, phone calls,
This
letters,
is crazy.
seen me on the street, just sharing their story about how much they had decided that they would never take this vaccine. And after seeing me get vaccinated, how
And
much
shouldn't.
it has changed their lives. So
See?
it's
See
been
how they
very
using this lady?
rewarding in that aspect.
And of course they're gonna use the black lady.
People
They're
call
gonna
you
try
the
to use the
great
black lady.
motivator. You say you hope you
The
inspire
great
some people, but you inspire
motivator.
the whole
Wow,
city.
who's
Seeing
they
someone
gaslighting this
like
lady?
yourself go on TV and do this so easily.
All of this shit is
What's your
cap, yo.
secret to motivating others?
What's your secret to
I
motivating others?
just stay true to my authentic self. I just
Y'all really acting
like to
like she
talk to
did
people.
something
First,
right
I
here.
want to
All she did
know
was roll up her fucking
their
arm and get stuck with something that
hesitation.
she don't
I
even know what
am
it is. How the hell she gonna
non-judgmental,
do research
and
on something she
I
don't know what
just
it is?
truly care about. I want to know your story so that I can share my story, and hopefully my story
This is
inspires you.
terrorism right here. This is
Um,
coercion.
Yeah.
I would say that's the secret. Before being judgmental and labeling
I'm
people,
trusting these
just to
people,
take
man.
a moment to listen,
It's great
to
advice.
listen to their reasons. Yeah.
You're being honored among a list of
You ain't listening to
very
nobody's
prestigious
reasons, man,
individuals.
because
You're
you was
going to
the
meet
first person
Denzel
to do it. So how
Washington,
you listening to
Simone
somebody's
Biles.
reason?
I mean, how do you feel about being in the company of these other admirable people?
Truly honored again. These people,
Actors.
I've always admired them,
Actors. It's
and
crazy that we
they
live in a world
seemed
where
like they
actors
were
are
so
admirable.
far out of
Not real
reach.
people, but actors.
And to know that I'll be in the same room with them. I mean, Simone
People who
Biles
make
has just
believe
been incredible.
and they
Not
perpetrate
just
frauds
her
and
gymnastics,
they
but
play
her
fiction.
advocacy
These are big
for
shots in the
mental
world of
health,
people who's out
and,
of
and
reach.
really being so
This is
open
crazy.
and sharing her story. So I'm looking forward to
Not
meeting
real
her,
people,
as her
actors.
message about mental health in athletes aligns with what we need in
Yeah,
healthcare.
mental health.
Um,
We need
Mental health
focus on mental health in the
resources
black
to help
community.
our healthcare workers heal. And Denzel Washington, what can I say? I am I'm just it's just an incredible number of people,
Yeah.
real powerhouses that have made a difference to our nation, and I'm just so honored to be in the same room with
And
them.
you
Sandra
need to do
Lindsay and
by
others
getting
will be
people to get
given their
fucked up.
medals next week at the White House. 14 Americans in all who have overcome
And you see
significant
her waving
obstacles
like
to achieve
she was
impressive
like Queen of England or
accomplishments.
some shit. And of course she got somebody else's hair up in her head, right? Of course that, right? You know what I'm saying? So, they use these wicked terrorists, to as propaganda puppets, you know what I'm saying? To try to get people to do stuff that they wouldn't done in the first place, but then it's like, oh well, the sister did it, so monkey see, monkey do, I guess. You know what I mean? And they really try to play us out with these kind of things. It's vicious, man. You know what I mean? And you see how the lady is doing the pace and lead, and she's smiling. That's why we can't trust these people, man. Our people can't trust these people because they're always trying to get us get the rest of your people on board with this agenda right here. You know what I'm saying? How much do we don't know how much this girl got paid, to do this. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Let me take this down real quick. Hold up. We don't know how much she got paid. It's crazy. Or if she got paid or whatever. We don't even know if she really got jabbed. But we do know that A lot of people are having adverse reactions. People is dying. Kids is getting heart attacks and all kind of stuff like that. We do know that, right? So she don't bear none of that. She don't think about that at night. Like damn, I might have convinced some people to go lose their life, out of some patriotic duty. You know what I'm saying? That's vicious, man. You know, it had to be one of our people to be involved, to be the first person to go out and do this, right? Or be the first puppet to try to get other people to do this, right? That's crazy. Well, this is motherfucking has been a crazy little situation, dissertation, audio problems and all of that. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But shit is just really crazy, man. Shit is just crazy. How it was like this lady said she took she did research on something that is experimental and brand new, right? And when it came out, little to anybody knew anything about it, right? So if she had did research on it, you can't tell me she didn't come across, you know, all of the things that people was warning about this, all of the doctors who was ringing the alarm about this, she didn't come across Mark Malone or Dr. Zelenko. She didn't, rest in peace. She didn't come across Peter McCullough. You know what I mean? She didn't come across these kind of people, and she's in the medical field and all that, right? What's going on here? You can't believe everything you see on TV. This woman is getting a medal for being a part of a scheme to push a novel situation on you. And of course, we know that novel means fiction, right? So I'm gonna just leave that there. You know what I'm saying? Um, with that said, I say peace and benedictions. Only you can prevent cognitive dissonance, and it's better to know something than to believe it. Truth is undefeated. We out. Peace.